Jack. Well, Jack's definitely one of my biggest influences, and I've gotten to know Jack as well in recent years. Jack, to me, like if you think of like all the great jazz drummers, after chronologically, like after Elvin and Tony, I say that Jack would be slightly after them, definitely after Elvin. And actually, he's older than Tony, but Tony appeared on the scene, I think, a little earlier.
Yeah.
But only by a couple years, maybe, as far as being known internationally or whatever. And I definitely think of Jack as the most important drummer after, at least to me, but I think maybe in general in terms of influence in that tradition after those guys, after Elvin and Tony, and also maybe conceptually, I don't know if the most advanced, but very advanced conceptually to me, as far as what he does with his limbs and different things.
Yeah.
First Jack I heard, I think, was on a record I got, or maybe my dad bought it. I must have been 8 or 9 years old. Straight Line by Freddie Hubbard. So, that was where it started, and then I remember buying. When I was a little bit older, I remember buying New Directions in Europe on ECM, and loving the sound of the drums and Jack's playing on that, and it just sort of went from there. I love his playing with, say, piano trios as well. Jack could play, but he could play like he can get a lot of sound out of the drums, but he also knows how to play in very sensitive situations, where brushes or he can play a lot of stuff, or he can leave a lot of space. Great listener, really good listener, and listens for the spaces in the music and play over the bar line, but in a way that works. Where other people try that and it might not work.
Yeah.
So, but that's listening and ears and some intuition. I think in terms of sound too, influenced me. The clarity of each limb, to hear each limb clearly. Whereas some other drummers, and I'm not. This isn't a slight to them. For instance, some drummers don't do all that much with their hi-hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it sort of blends in, or they mostly play it as a timekeeping device. And I've gotten to know Jack as well, and I've been to his house, and I know his family, and he's been super nice. So that's been. I would say if there were three people, as far as the kind of stuff that mostly you've heard me do, probably the biggest three are Jack, Roy, and Tony.
Yeah.
Williams. Those are, and I'm influenced by a lot of other people too, but with those guys in particular, I think, I know that I play a lot of their stuff.